opener of a new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And no run back on this one. Season will begin at the 25-yard line. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Wilson. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Man, Roquan Smith came in and got him. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. on 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Now Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. Well, this season, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get him there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. They've got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nicole Hardman, 61 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 29, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
And he'll get in. run. Touchdown, Baltimore. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Ravens are back within a score. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Here's Hall again. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here we go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Hall. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson on the give to Dobbins to about the 26 here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's down. And he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
It's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. The 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle the team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 45 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 2. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got him in, complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nicole Hardman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Sirlein connects on the extra point. That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into.
He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 77 yards.
And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now Hall to start the drive.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 35 yards away. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the 1st half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his 1st catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And
his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
4th down, here's Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about Wilson hit? It's loose. It's out, fumble. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went in.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 27 all. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? He has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
There's less than 10 players still active from the 2008 NFL Draft, and here's one of them picking up the 1st down. Deshaun Jackson still got plenty of that speed. They had him 36 all-time in receiving prior to this season. There may not be a lot of playing time left for him, but every time he's out on the field, his presence will be felt.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Odafe Oweh so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Wilson. And this is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. Here's Wilson to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Jackson on 1st down. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
80 weapon. 80 weapon. 10-10.
Straight ahead is Hall.
They find some open field here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
To the 27-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Six yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's got it. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Dobbins running out of the gun. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that time out to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
Got it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now one final throw incomplete, and time will run out here in the 4th quarter, and we are going to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of it. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he brings it back to the house.
goes. It's a touchdown, and in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Baltimore, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.